This is not financial advice. I just show you a bunch of Miss Baby because it's about to get hot in the kitchen now, everybody. I want to say thank you to the Stock Squad for stopping in. This is Larry Jones. This is Stocks with Josh. This is Stocks Mo. And yours truly, Keenan Grace. Everybody, if you want to subscribe to the channels, hit the links in the description so you can go and get some of the best financial stock market information around from the most genuine people that I know that have my back through and through. Now, we're going to talk about XRP. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency. We're going to talk about artificial intelligence stocks. But to spice this live up a little bit, what I'm going to do is I am going to make it such that any super chat that I get in this video, I'm going to go 50-50 with one of you. So I already see that we got one super chat. So let me actually pull you up. So we going 5 for 5. We got a $10 super chat. And I want to say thank you to, let me see who sent that one in, if I can find it. I might not be able to find it, but it's $9.99. So we going half and half on that. But the ones that come in, I don't care if it's $1,000. We're going 50-50 on it. Here we go. This is Juan. Shout out to Juan. Juan just recently said, super chat $9.99. He said, mad respect. He said, talk is cheap, but seeing the actions that you take, helping the children is heartwarming. What is he talking about? He's talking about something that we did that I find to be quite major. And I always show you the receipts. That's the important thing about what we do over here. We recently gave and donated to the Childhood Cancer Foundation. And I said, like I said before, alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. The Childhood Cancer Foundation in Southern California had a humble goal of $200. We looked at their goal and we said we could blow that out of the water. And in 26 minutes, we turned their hope into something extraordinary. We donated $8,000. And then they told me that directly through your donations, you picked up over $5,000 additional dollars for a total of $13,000. So the kids that need help, they got it thanks to you. So I wanted to thank you on that. You can check my community wall for this post and the response from them where they thanked you, everybody here. They said, thank you, Keenan Grace and the KGU family for coming out strong in support for our mission. And remember, their mission, they were trying to raise $200. And then they said that they raised $8,200. That's what I sent. And then the additional $5,000. But remember, I had matched you guys because we raised $4,100, and then I matched it, and then another $5,000 on top of that. So we crushed it. And they said over $13,000. Family, just 26 minutes of our work. This is why we do this, because the great philosopher and poet Tupac once said, I might not change the world, but I might inspire the person that will. And that's what I think that we're doing here. We might inspire somebody who is going to change the world in very meaningful ways. So shout out to y'all. And then they said, we letting the families know that they're not standing alone. But we took it a step further, right? This is the community wall post that you can go check for yourself, where I posted the receipts. Thank you for your support, KGU donation. This is the $8,500. The other $5,000 was donated directly. And then everything is there. The EIN number, all of it. This is the whole receipt. So I say that to say, family, it's time for us to really, really, really get paid. Why? So we can help ourselves and we can help others. You can't pour from an empty cup. So, whoa. I see all these super chats rolling in. Family, we already at $350. So that means we going half and half. Me and somebody else, we going half and half. I'm going to pay you that one. I want to give a shout out to everybody. I see Larry Mo. I see everybody posting in here. I see you, Josh. All right. I love it. Tis the season, right? It's not even Christmas, but it feels like it. Now, I know what everybody's thinking who's basically kind of new to the channel. You asking yourself, what is going on with cryptocurrency? And I wanted to show you a quick video before I rolled in the big dogs. I'm talking about Stock Mo. I'm talking about Larry Jones. I'm talking about Stocks with Josh. So let's first play this video from Larry Fink. Larry Fink now runs a company, I want to say, that is worth between, or assets under management. They manage between 10 and maybe even $12 trillion at this point. 10 and 12, not billion, not million, trillion. And this is what he said regarding cryptocurrency. So turn your volume up a little bit, not too much. Don't blow your ears out. But let's play it again. You ready? He's the guy in the middle.
If you're frightened of your debasement of your currency, or you're frightened of your economic or political stability of your country, you can have an internationally based instrument called Bitcoin that will overcome those local fears. And so I'm a big believer in the utilization of that as as an
Hold up,
instrument.
man. I don't know what just
And
happened.
so, if that becomes true, and you want to, and you see that it is, it could be a proper hedge against maybe hope security or equities. Yeah. The question is, could you see a 2 or 5% allocation? I was with a sovereign wealth fund during this week, and that was the conversation. Should we have a 2% allocation? Should we have a 5% allocation?
There we go.
If everybody adopted that conversation, but it would be 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 for Bitcoin.
Does it also?
I'm not promoting it, by the way. So that is not my promotion. Or
Larry Fink saying that if we get a lot of adoption from institutions or other countries, then we might potentially get a Bitcoin. And he says he's not promoting it, but potentially over $400, $500, $600, $700. So that's absolutely insane. And again, remember, he's the guy who's running one of the biggest companies that the world has ever seen in terms of assets under management. So let's start off today with Stock Mo. Mo, what do you think about that? What do you think about what's going on in the crypto space? What do you think this impact of so much inflowing of money can have on the top cryptocurrencies, and particularly which ones should we look at?
I gotta tell you, first, thank you for having me on the channel. I see it. I'm going to talk about it as well. Larry Fink pointing to the sky and saying, launch the rockets. Folks, if you were with me, put it in the comments. I'm going to be a crypto millionaire. Larry Fink, BlackRock, they're buying. They are buying. I'm covering this one as well. And I got to tell you, Keenan, I am so pumped from what I've been seeing. I want to go back in time. Everybody hop in that time machine. The squad has it. We go back. We go to December 20th. BlackRock sitting there with 53 billion with a B. Fast forward. Ready? 53 billion in Bitcoin. 59 billion. But everything seems so bad since then, Mo. Everything's dropped since then. Yet there's Bitcoin getting another 6 billion of love from Larry Fink and his company. This is just the beginning. So then are you saying Larry Fink just called 700,000? And you heard what he said. The bigwigs, the people, they're not rubbing elbows with me. I'm down there at Taco Bell worrying where I'm going to get my next can of SpaghettiOs with meatballs. I'm not a savage. And then, of course, as we look, 700,000. Yeah, the adoption. I've been saying this on my channel forever. Everyone's keying in on the wrong things. You're keying in like it needs to be a strategic reserve. I hope it becomes a strategic reserve asset because bang, XRP to the moon. But I don't need that. Truly what I need is to take the handcuffs off the financials, take the handcuffs off banking, and we will be rich. Those who got in early and often, if these things happen, if the SEC and President Trump come through and go ahead and take the handcuffs off and allow banks and financials. How many times you've tried to do anything with crypto, me especially, and they say no, denied. They will not let the industry grow until they repeal some of these things and the executive orders come out saying financials go. Bank of America comes out this week. We are ready. If they allow us to do it, we are ready. But they can't because they're not allowed yet. And so we're looking for some big executive orders. We got the task force. And when Larry Fink says they're talking 2% to 5%, that's what we call, I used to negotiate contracts. That's called the door opening. That's the beginning. Over the next decade to 2 decades, that 2 to 5% will look like nothing. And that truly pushes the money. Banks and financials get involved, and these big money, once they feel that the SEC is there to protect them and to have clear regulations, you will see not a $3.7 trillion market cap, which is a joke. Everybody watching this, and all I ever hear from everybody, no way, XRP can go to this price or Bitcoin can go to this price, the market cap. Oh my goodness, man. The big money, the real money in the world hasn't even touched us yet. And it will skyrocket. Countries will battle over it. As soon as you see the U.S. take the lead and allow it to grow, it will grow. And because it's Bitcoin, and everybody says, well, this project has nothing to do with Bitcoin. They all do for now. Will that change? Hopefully over time. The utility of each project will be independent of Bitcoin. But until then, Bitcoin is still the big dog that's leading the sled, man. It's running through the Alaska forest. We're chasing down that profit, and Bitcoin's leading that. And we're going to get there. But when they free the financials to allow us to do what we need to do as a sector, as an industry, watch out. You're going to be sitting back, self-high-fiving. So that's what I see, Keenan. I'm pretty pumped. And once again, thank you for having me on the channel.
Not a problem at all. And thank you for that. That was very thorough. If you do not follow Stock Mo, please go ahead and do so. The link is in the top of the description. Now, I want to ask Larry, how do you feel about the current crypto space and hearing such a big voice in the space, Larry Fink, speak so positively on it after in the past being so negative about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency?
Well, Larry Fink, aka CEO of BlackRock, worth over managing over 11 trillion in assets. Who do they manage? The funds, teachers funds, you name it, any kind of pensions, those type of funds, they manage them, okay? And not local, international, 11 trillion. So there was a report a few months ago that came out and said that they suggested 2% allocation of Bitcoin. So at first he was against, then he was for, then he started buying. Not only did he buy Bitcoin and launch his own ETF, Bitcoin ETF, but he was a major investor and a major stockholder in all but one American Bitcoin miner. And you guys know we've been saying this, right? And so, of course, now he's in a position where he wants to talk bullish about it because he's going to make money talking bullish about it now. And I do believe he believes the numbers that he throw out. I believe he believes those because that's the amount of money that he's going to make off of those prices, should I say. That's what he's looking at, how much he's going to enrich BlackRock. Then you have the rest of the banking system. The banking system are the gatekeepers to a degree, and they are not just holding now because they know the reality is that they cannot stop Bitcoin. The banks can't stop crypto, and they know that by now. They're not stupid. They're smart. They know they can't stop it. So they are gatekeeping right now because they're simply trying to find their positioning so they can make money. Mark my word, that's the conversations that they're having. They can't stop it, okay? Bitcoin didn't need the president of the United States on day one to say he was going to do a Bitcoin reserve. Hear me. He didn't need to say that day one. He didn't talk about tariffs on day one. He started talking about it today. But on day one on his speech, he didn't even mention the tariffs. But it will come. But even if it didn't, or even if it doesn't, crypto does not need the president right out of the gate to start talking about Bitcoin. And I'll leave you by saying this. Look at what Bitcoin did with an anti-Bitcoin president and an anti-Bitcoin SEC. It reached 100K in spite of. So what do you think is going to happen with a pro-Bitcoin president and a pro-Bitcoin cabinet? I yield the floor.
Thank you, Larry. And follow Larry Jones. The link is in the description, like I said before. And Josh, I want to get your thoughts on it. And I see you might be pulling up some charts too. You let me know. But Josh, go for it. What do you have?
Well, first, I really like Larry Mo shared it's a great point that
Wow.
Hey, Josh.
Hold on. Yeah, Josh.
I think
That
your
sounds
audio
like
is
the
off.
Terminator, man.
Yeah.
That is the Terminator right there.
I want to hear what he said.
right. Better.
No.
Josh, you sound robotic.
Oof. Yeah, oof.
Josh, this is what I'm hearing when you talk.
Have him come out and come back in. Can we do that?
Josh sound like you got the auto tune on, Josh. Yeah, maybe leave out and come back in.
Josh, you are my father.
Look, they put a robot. Hey guys, everybody, put a robot in the chat to celebrate the robotic. It's like Jordan with the flu game. Josh coming in strong with the robot game.
Robot Josh. Love to see it. Love to see it. Let's see when he rolls
Unplug
back
your mic
in.
and plug it back in, Josh.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think they unplug the mic or come back in. One of the. If it still sounds like when it comes back in, we know it's the plug.
Yeah, he didn't roll it out just yet. So let's see. Robot Josh. I see Robot Josh. Just know, family, the super chats are up to 417, and I'm splitting that 50-50 with one lucky viewer today. That's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna love on the family by letting you take some of this too. I love to see it. Robot Josh, shout out to him. But I say all of that to say, family, so we hear all of this talk about Bitcoin. I often talk about how the charts, you have to make sure you're looking at the charts when you are worrying about what is going on with cryptocurrency. People often tell you the charts, not often, but I've heard it a few times. Cryptocurrency doesn't make sense in terms of the charts. If you've been rolling with me, we called XRP literally, except for one time, I was off by a penny. One time I was off by 1 penny. I said it might come back down to $2 even. It came back down to like $1.99. I was off by a penny, but every other time than that, we hit the nail directly on the head. And I've been sending buy alerts on it too. So I say that to say now we at 317. And I'm telling you right now, XRP, the line in the sand, there are about 2 of them. One of them is a range. It's about 305 to about $3, right? This is where a lot of the big dogs have been loading up on XRP. I actually been looking at not just the charts of XRP, but I've been looking at the inflows and the outflows. The order size has been about between 60,000 of buying and 60,000 of selling, right? But some of them, and those are the bigger buys that have been happening. I'm talking about literally second by second. So it's not just retail investors, it's not just everyday investors who are buying in the XRP. It's actually bigger players, because I don't know what average everyday person is jumping in and out of XRP $63,000 increments at a time, right? In different seconds. So we're trading with different algorithms. We're trading with different institutions who are, or even big whales in it. We won't say institutions right now because we're waiting to see what the regulations are going to be, but we're seeing a lot of whales playing in XRP. But the first line of sand is about $3 to 305. This is where a lot of them are buying it and loading up on it. So when you see it come down, and it hits off of a level, this is where the load up zone is to a lot of people, $3 to 305 now. The other one is a real line in the sand where you start to get the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the people who are just naysayers and they want to see people lose money. And that's about that 285, 284. So if you see that, this is where a lot of people have their stop losses under now. So let's look at the charts. You can see it right here, right? This is about the 285, 284 level, and it's just down here in red. So what people do who are looking at the charts, just like you, is they'll go and they'll grab and put their stop loss right under there. They'll put their stop loss right under that red in case it happens to fall again. Then they will go ahead and start to execute more sells. Because remember, at the end of the day, there's so much fear in the crypto space, but in actuality, there's so much good news happening that the people who have been holding long term have taught the people who have been quick trading a whole lot about cryptocurrency in general. Josh is back. Let's try to throw him back in. Here we go.
Tell
You're
me
good.
about the audio. Is the audio good?
You're good.
Yeah,
you are good, sir.
Thank goodness. All right. Well, you kind of left it off with me, and I'm sorry I missed a little bit of what you were saying. And if you need to keep going, I can take a step back and listen.
Nope, it's all good. So at this point, we're at 230 for a donation in terms of me sending you out $230 because we're at 430. Yeah, so 215, right? I'm going to split the super chat to somebody 50-50. Right now, the whole total is about $430. So we're going to split it 215 so far. Shout out to all of y'all sending them in. Josh, what I want you to do is give us the overall state of cryptocurrency that you see, something that you might be looking at, or some good news and or bad news. Keep it real with us, Josh. Keep it real with us. What do you see going on with cryptocurrency?
Well, okay, so I want to agree with Larry and Mo and just acknowledge that it's clear that we are 100% still in the bull run, the crypto bull run. However, we do have some uncharacteristic charting dynamics. In particular, we entered into the parabolic phase, which is a very short time frame. It's really no more than 6 months. And that's when the stock price just breaks out and goes nuts. We had one good November month. Then we did something that's never happened before. When we've entered into the parabolic phase, we actually got a red month. That's never happened before. And now we're just going sideways. And I don't know if you can share my screen with the.
Can you share that screen? And
Hey Josh,
Everybody.
whatever that is, that's what the audio is messing up with.
all right,
Yeah, when you try to show, oh yes. Hey Josh, Josh, stop for a minute. Josh, stop talking for a minute. Whenever you switch to your screen, I remember when you were on my page. That's what does it. And just so you know, Josh, we can't understand a word you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just fuzz.
Josh.
Yep.
You back? Oh, you're back. You're
There you
back.
go.
I thought you were trying to
Be
get that record deal again, man. I thought you were trying to bring that T-Pain back. But
All right. So
we can hear you again.
No screen sharing. All right. Well, don't worry about it, because here's the bottom line: is Bitcoin's acting uncharacteristic. We had one super nice month in November in the defined parabolic stage. And let me just be clear what defines the parabolic stage. It's actually when we officially open and close a candle above the previous all-time high. And that didn't happen. We tested that in March of 2024, but then we went into a 5-month consolidation. We finally pushed up right at the tail end of October, and then we opened that candle in November. We had an incredible, great big green bar, and that actually entered us into the parabolic phase. And it could have been okay if December had been highly volatile, and it wouldn't have actually been surprising if we had a 30% dip, even though I know that would terrify a lot of new crypto investors. That actually wouldn't have been uncharacteristic. But the fact we've never, ever before had a follow-up month in the parabolic phase go red. Never happened. Well, we got a red candle in December, and January, we've pretty much have just moved sideways. Now, if I could have showed you the chart, I would have showed you that we were in a megaphone pattern, which basically is characterized by higher highs as well as lower lows. And that means one thing, that the market is indecisive. Now we finally have gotten to, Trump, Bitcoin Trump phase, where he could begin to say and do things that absolutely would move the price. Wall Street's waiting. Wall Street's waiting on Trump right now to see what he would do. And I'll throw out one more concern, which is just a point about the Trump coin and the Melania coin and how all of that unfolded. I won't even get into the dynamics of that. I thought that was absolutely insane that the president launched a meme coin right around the inauguration. But when they launched the the second coin, the Melania coin, it actually pulled all the liquidity out of the Trump coin. And if you go back to crypto bubbles, when the Trump coin was running, if you looked at all of the bubbles at that hourly moment, everything was red except for Trump. And what that tells me is that this market doesn't have the liquidity that it needs to go higher, because money's just sloshing around different projects. And so the big bags that's needed to drive Bitcoin higher, as well as any of the altcoins, doesn't seem to be there. It seems as if a lot of positions have been taken, and there's a lot of money that's maybe sitting on the sidelines waiting for what's next. What we got was a Trump coin followed up by a Melania coin. And I saw that it revealed low liquidity in the market. And to me, that's a concern. So we're not acting characteristic at this moment. Bitcoin should be running parabolic. It's not. And so I would say that my attitude towards the markets and towards Bitcoin, it's first, I acknowledge we're in the Bitcoin bull run still. This is the moment we should be pumping, not at a later time, but it's acting uncharacteristically. And we went sideways for 5 months, had one good month, and now we're going sideways again. I need to see some breakout. If I were to show you the charts, I see a double top at just under 109,000. So there's a double top there. 2 times we've come up. For me to get bullish again, we got to get above that 109,000. And I think that the target for my megaphone, if you could imagine it, the top of my megaphone pattern would put Bitcoin right around 116,000. And personally, I try not to look too far down the chart. If a megaphone pattern is broken to the upside, so if we got above 116,000, then that could be the initiation of the continuation of the parabolic phase that we've been waiting on.
Josh, thank you very much, and I love that. I love how you don't shoot in such a way that it makes it unbelievable. You keep it really grounded and actionable for people. So follow Josh. His link's in the top of the description, everybody. And I want to just bring us all back onto the screen so everyone can see us. There's so much money to be made in this crypto space. I want everybody to just think about how much money you probably spent on food, and not even just healthy food. I'm not talking about fruits, vegetables, protein. I'm talking about literal junk food that you might have spent on Doritos. I'm talking about soda. I'm talking about just candy, chocolate, things that you might have just really been blowing money on. I'm talking about alcohol. I'm talking about just junk. And not to say that you can't enjoy those things sometimes, but imagine that instead of having a monthly subscription to junk food, you had a monthly subscription to a cryptocurrency that was showing a lot of promise. There are so many people who are not allocating money regularly. I talked to somebody recently, and when I tell you they were excited that they got into XRP at like, what was it, 15 cents or something crazy. It was years ago. They said they got into like 15 cents, maybe even 20 cents. And they have like 200 of them, but they're not willing to buy it when it was $1. They're not willing to buy it when it was $1.50. Not willing to buy it when it's $3. But then we look back years later, and then you ask yourself, man, did that 200 coins that I got at 20 cents, did that really change my life? Or should I have done my own research on XRP? See if it was something that I could really put money into, right? See if it was something that I really could have bought more of. And it doesn't have to be XRP. XRP is only an example. I want you to think about the cryptocurrencies that you're in, and then think about the last time that we really hit a major peak on cryptocurrency where it seemed like maybe this time it won't come back. And that was like 2017 or 18 when Bitcoin hit like 19,000. If you remember that time, family, if you remember that time, then put a 1 in the chat. Bitcoin hit like 19,000, and then it fell down to like 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000. And this was a 4-year span, 3 to 4 years. And nobody wanted to buy Bitcoin again because 19,000 was high. 19,000 was high. So then years later, now we all wish that we could even get half a Bitcoin for $19,000. But if we were steady and stayed steadfast and just would load up on these things before the institutions were able to fully adopt it. Do you know what took Bitcoin to these new unprecedented levels that Josh is talking about? How it's acting uncharacteristic? Before, we didn't have people like Larry Fink. We didn't have BlackRock in the game, and they make a lot of things happen. We didn't have, and those, some of you are new here, some of you didn't get to watch this video, but he just said that Bitcoin, if something happens that he thinks is believable, if different companies, Microsoft, Apple, different countries, right, different continents, different places, all put 2 to even 5% or allocation into Bitcoin, it could go to 700,000. But this is just one man saying this. And he was the same guy who was naysaying it not too long ago. So I say all of that to say, do you want to be in cryptocurrency before guys like this get in and then they start their crypto ETFs, right? Do you want to get in before that, or do you want to get in after they ran it up? So you know how something like Amazon, some of you don't remember this, but some of you do. Amazon stock, when Jeff Bezos was running it, they wouldn't split the company. They wouldn't do a stock split. When he stepped down and let another CEO take over, then they split the stock, and now the stock is looking like it's $200. But it was like in the $2,000 range for a long time. Why? Because they didn't want retail investors to be trading options on it. But then they realized the utility in that, and they changed it. And now it ran up again. So these stocks are running up like crazy, but you got to think to yourself, I need to get in before the change. Nvidia stock split, the people who got in before the change, they are the ones making money. We're going to look back at Bitcoin years from now, XRP years from now, Ethereum years from now, maybe even SUI and many other cryptocurrencies. They're not all going to survive, but many of them are going to survive, the ones that you know now. And you got to ask yourself, when I had the chance to buy it at this price, did I at least put some money in? So I had seen somebody in the comments just say, man, the scratch offs, they were playing scratch offs. Would you instead put that into something that could actually grow like an asset? And then the biggest rumor of all time, I'm not saying it's true, remember, I'm using the word rumor here, is they're floating around that the capital gains tax on cryptocurrency might be low or zero. Now, zero, that would be kind of crazy to see. But even if they got the capital gains tax of cryptocurrency to be 10%, to be even 15% or whatever, cryptocurrency would then become almost like a tax advantage asset where you say, oh, wait, I could buy a home or I could buy stocks or I could buy crypto and save money on the taxes. Oh, yeah, then it would be an advantage to go and buy crypto. And guess who needs the biggest tax advantages and tax breaks that exist? It's the people like I just showed you here, Larry Fink. It's the companies like Apple. It's the companies like Nvidia. It's the companies like all of your favorite big tech companies, big bank companies, the Bank of America, JP Morgan. They are the ones who are paying or would need to pay a lot in taxes, but they keep finding ways to not. What if crypto became tax advantaged in some way compared to other assets? The inflow of money would be insane to the point that I wouldn't be surprised if we seen it start to jump. I'm talking about the whole crypto space is worth, stock market, what is it worth now? Like 3 trillion? The whole crypto space?
3.7 trillion.
3.7 trillion. I wouldn't be surprised to see it double if we got some news even related to it being tax advantaged in that way. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I wouldn't be surprised to see the banks who told you that it was a scam, like JP Morgan. And I told you this, you got to remember, a lot of these institutions, they're hating in public, but they were buying it in private. So then you got to think to yourself, how do I get in and stay in and make money before them? But now you got to remember, there's a difference. Like Josh was just talking about the meme coins, the Melania coins, right? The other coins that you've been hearing, the MAGA coins, there's different coins. When you get into something like that, you are not just getting into buy and holds all the time. What you're getting into is a thing that the degens, is what they're calling themselves, are trading. And let me tell you about some of the degens, not all, but some, are some of the best traders the world has ever seen. So when you're trading with them, you got to get in there with a game plan. So sometimes it's okay to miss out on some of the newer coins. It's okay sometimes to miss out. But I want to encourage you, like I've been telling you all of the time. I've been telling you, Josh been telling you, Mo been telling you, Larry's been telling you. You got to have access to tools. And I'm not saying go and use anybody's affiliate link. I want you to make a list today. Make a list today of 3 tools that you do not have. Now, sometimes people don't know where to use a stop loss at on crypto. I'm going to tell you right now. Maybe you add this one to your list. On Coinbase Pro or Coinbase One, you can use a stop loss on your crypto. So I want you to add that tool. If you don't have it, go and download it. I don't care who link you use or no link you use. Go and download it so you can use a stop loss on your crypto. Another one that I want you to do is get into a crypto app that can help you to get into cryptocurrencies early. I'll give you one. Josh, I'm going to ask you to provide one as well. One that I want to give you is crypto.com. It lets you get into certain things early before Robinhood lists it, before Public lists it, before Coinbase lists it. I was able to buy the Donald Trump coin at $25 and I could have bought it earlier. I was just sleeping. but I was still able to get in early because everybody was scrambling and trying to find out which website or which thing to get on it. But it was on one that I already had in my toolbox. So go and add something like that to your toolbox, something that you could get in early on things with. And then the third thing that I want you to do is pick your trusted horse. Imagine you're going to a horse race and you're like, yeah, that's the best one. That I really understand that horse. I can see that he's having a bad day. I can see that his ankle is rolled. I can see that he's looking stronger than usual. I understand this horse. So for me, what I trade often is ticker symbol SPY. I see people that trade Tesla. I see people that trade Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum. Pick your trusted horse, and then I want you to go and look up the last 3 major support levels on the daily time frame. So I'm going to give you that list again. I want you to add these tools to your toolbox. The first one is go and find out how you can do stop losses on crypto. Coinbase has that. Coinbase Pro and Coinbase One. Next, I want you to get into a crypto app or even a crypto app. We'll leave it simple like that you could get in early on cryptocurrencies like crypto.com. And then I want you to go and add charting to your toolbox and look at your trusted horse, pick Tesla, pick XRP, whatever, and look at the daily time frame and find out where's the last 3, 1, 2, and 3 points where it comes down and then it bounces back up, because what you're looking at is where the buyers are. So Josh, I want to transition this one over to you and ask, where can people find cryptos earlier than most people are finding them, if you know?
Well, I would say that I use 2 apps. One is called MEXC, and the other one is called Blowfin. And Blowfin is nice for American users because it does not require KYC, which stands for Know Your Customer, which means you don't have to tell them who you are. Because even though Donald Trump has taken the seat of power, he hasn't really opened up all of the coins and the different exchanges to American users. They're still blocked to offer us. Now, it's not illegal for you to use these foreign exchanges. They just don't have the license to offer them to us. And so most of them, MEXC requires KYC. And if you tell them that you're from the US, they'll say, I'm sorry, we can't let you be a customer. And so you have to do things like use a VPN router to point your router outside to a country that is allowed. But you can use Blowfin. It does not require KYC, but I do believe that you still have to use a router, VPN, virtual private network, to point you outside of the country. But you don't have to tell them who you are. You don't have to provide a license. There are some limitations, like I think you can only trade up to 2 Bitcoin, which is a ton of money for most people. And so that's where you can get early cryptos. That's where I've been getting them.
Thank you for that, Josh. So everybody remember, we're going to chalk this one full of value. So Larry is actually one of the best momentum traders I've ever seen in my life. And I see a lot of traders, right? Josh just told you how he can get into cryptos earlier than other people. Larry, how do you find, you know what, everybody, we got 3,000 people in the building, but we do not even have 1,000 likes yet. In about, let's say 10 minutes or so, I'm going to announce who's going to get half of this money. We're basically at $577 in super chats. And I'm going to split that down the middle with one lucky person who's a viewer of this, and you're going to get half of the money. I'm feeling that generous today. But I want to ask Larry, because Larry, again, one of the best momentum traders I've ever seen. Larry, how, and if you can, tell us a few. You don't got to tell us everything now, but what are a few sources or places where you hear about these things early?
Well, of course, the Trump coin, I keep my ear. You know, I'm in the, I dip into the Reddit groups, and I'm everywhere. I'm in the Reddit groups. I'm listening to what I'm into some Facebook groups. I can't think of the names right now. I'm everywhere. Like, I'm a research junkie when it comes to this. But I just have a good thing with market sentiment. I just know what people are going to chase. And I knew they were going to chase this Trump coin like everybody else, which was a distraction. I want to talk about that too. And I want to talk about XRP. But sometimes all you got to do is look back. You got to sit back and don't be so technical. Don't look at the use case. Simply look at what's surging from hour to hour and day to day. So if you want to say what tool you can use your Coinbase tool. Every day, just like Keenan was telling you about the charts, every day I want you for a week, see what coin is moving the most, right? What is moving up? What is moving down? What is moving up? What is moving down? And if it's a popular coin that drops down by 20%, 30% for no reason, guess what? It's going to rebound about 20 to 30%. And if you're a swing trader, you know there's where money's to be made. And I've made a lot of money off of these crap coins, just swinging them when they have these volatile moves. So when they run up really quick, I'm going, I go back a month and I look, it did it 3 times. It came up, then fell down, then came up, then fell down. So I wait until a little bad news comes out, it falls down, I load back up, and it goes back up. So that's one of the things I do, simply to see what's moving. And then, can I say something else? Can I add my what I wanted to say onto it, Keenan, or you want to come back to me?
Don't let me forget that, Larry. I want to get Mo's quick point.
All right, let's
and
get
I'm trying
Mo
to give
in.
everybody a quick tip on how we as YouTubers stay on top of things and find out things, because they often find them from us. We giving y'all the sauce right here for free on YouTube. If you want more information from us, please get on the Stock Squad with us, where you could get access to us in a way that we could get access to you before the public. But the link for that is in the top of the description. But I want to say,
these wallets, the Phantom wallet. I'm sorry, the Phantom.
Go ahead, Larry. Keep giving them. Say it again.
The Phantom wallet and the Sui wallet, which I got from actually following Josh. All right. So the Phantom wallet I have the Sui wallet. I see what's moving, and I got to take my hat off to Josh. He not only told me about it, he walked me through it. So give honor whose honor's due. So I see what's moving in the DGen space before they graduate.
Right. And thank you. And guys, listen, hit that like button. When I tell you we giving you the value right here for free on YouTube and giving you the sauce right now, this is free game. This is free 99 game. And Mo's about to put you up on game. You know what Mo does better than I say anybody that I've seen? Mo is up on the real facts and real news on anything that's happening better than everybody else. Mo, how do you do it?
I got to tell you, to be blunt, I read about and research 100 hours a week. It seems like that's all I'm doing. For everybody out there thinking I live some kind of crazy YouTuber life, you got the guys know I'm the kind of guy out of us four. It's kind of, I'm a homebody that likes to research and I like working. I'm an old timer and that's just what I like to do. And for me, a good night of fun is reading as much as I can on a topic I'm interested in. And right now, that is absolutely trying to figure out how I can help people make as much money as I can. Now, putting that together, Keenan, you asked a very, very good question. What do I do to get a lot of information? Well, no one man is going to be able to do the goals in life that they are capable of hitting. It is a community. And for me, my community leads me. They come in, they give me the nuggets that I need. We all research together, we come together. And man, it is powerful. The bigger the community, the more information we can disseminate, and we can absolutely crush it. And like I've been saying for as long as I can, we're going to make as many millionaires as we can this year. That is the goal, plain and simple. But I can't say you can't do it on your own. It's harder to do it on your own. So when you watch all four of us together, not one of us is as strong as all four of us together. It takes a community. Look at Keenan. Out there raising money, helping kids sick with cancer this week. I couldn't be more proud. I had a smile from ear to ear. This man has a heart of gold. I am lucky to call him my friend. And I will always, always consider him one of my best friends. And anytime he is in need, I will be there, just like he was there for those kids. So to answer your question, friends, family, and community, Keenan, to me, that's the most important part of getting the research I need.
Thank you for that. And I got to say, being a part of the Stock Squad has changed my life in ways that, and not even just my life, it's changed my heart. You know what I'm saying? It showed me what we can do together. And I don't know if it's grammatically correct or not, but the sentiment is there. We are more powerful than me. And I want everyone to think that about the families that you are in, the groups that you are in. We can do so much more together than we can ever do alone. So in this world, what we often hear, like for example, the creator Mr. Beast, he had cured like 1,000 people from being blind. They needed a $100 or $1,000 procedure, and people were giving him pushback because he made a video about it. Why do you have to show it? Do you know how inspirational that is to the whole world to see that this is what somebody else is doing when they have extra money to give, that they're giving it? That's what it's about. It's not just about those 1,000 people. Imagine, I'm telling you about this right now. It impacted me. I'm now inspired. You understand what I'm saying? And you might be inspired. There are so many people who follow us who have told me that the Cancer Foundation for Children, that they are now on a monthly donation, whether it be $1 or $5. They're now donated to them monthly because they felt so inspired. And like I said, imagine that there's a kid somewhere right now who is growing up with parents who donate to a charity like this. That kid might get so inspired that they grow up and cure cancer. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's important to me. And I want to just get right back to Larry Jones so you can finish off of what you wanted to share with us, if you remember.
Okay. What I'm going to say, y'all know me. What I'm going to say, I'll just go ahead and say it. Some people are not going to like what I'm going to say.
Come on, Larry.
But down the road, what's that?
I said, come on.
Yeah, down the road, you're going to thank me for telling you the truth. I'm going to tell you guys what's going on, some of the things. I see things differently. I run against the herd. So some of the times I make money by running against the herd. So when TikTok went blank, right? I look at the timing. TikTok goes blank. Donald Trump launches his coin at the same time. All right? I'm an independent. So you guys know that when the when they passed the law, it wasn't for TikTok to go blank. That wasn't a mandate for them to shut down. It was that they couldn't get any new people on until they figured it out. But it went black. Hey, I need you guys to go dark. That's what somebody had said. I'm thinking out loud. It goes dark. Trump coin gets launched, right? Just like Josh says, it sucks all the liquidity out of crypto. And look at what happened at XRP. Literally, if you look at the time frame, all of the money left XRP and ran over to Trump coin. That's exactly what happened, good people. I'm watching what's going on. And then Melania coin comes out, and literally all the liquidity from Trump drains, and it fills up Melania coin. The exact same people.
Yep.
And what happened was, while that was going on, with my trained eyes, because I'm used to the okie doke, I run and I start buying XRP on that dip because I know it's the same money. And then what happened was, if you look at the charts, when Melania coin starts dropping, XRP started going back up. So it was the gamblers, the chasers that took their XRP money and ran to Trump. And then they go, oh, look, here's a new shiny object. Oh, Melania coin, let me run to that. It was the same money, good people. And I knew they were coming back. And I told my followers, they're coming back. And they absolutely did. And so on the dip, it was just distractions. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to pull this up. This is the last thing I wanted to talk about. Some of you guys that are new are locked in. Keenan said this, that you bought some coins. Keenan, I'm so glad you brought this up. And you were looking at the percentage. Oh, look, I'm up 400%. And because you're up 400%, 500%, you don't want to mess up that percentage by buying your way up. Well, that's a mistake, because I want you to be wealthy and not rich. you actually buy yourself, you start buying even though it's climbing if you think it's going to go up even higher. Now, you heard where Keenan said it might fall down too. I'm going to show you guys this. Can you bring that up? I guess I'm up. I'm
We can see
looking
it
at
just
the
fine.
delay. You see it? You see you see what I'm showing you?
Yep.
Okay, now look at this, good people. I'm showing you that my average is 1.6. This is 11%. This is my XRP. You see how much bags I got in it. See what I'm down today. I'm at the point where I'm not swinging it anymore. I bought some the other day while everyone else was chasing the Trump coin. Okay? My point is at some point, you got to stop trading and hold, because some of you guys say it's going to $100,000, right? I mean, $100. Okay, if it goes to $100, I'm going to be an XRP millionaire, let alone crypto millionaire, if it goes to $100. Follow what I'm saying? So at some point, you got to step back and see what everybody is doing, and go, aha, the Trump coin. I'm just saying, this is nothing against Trump, but the coin itself was a distraction. And then a Melania coin right behind that was a distraction. And then there are, just like we have different portfolios, a portfolio for swing trading and a portfolio for your long-term holds. What I'm going to say to you good people is the portfolios where you have your SUI, the portfolios where you have your XCM, your XRP, your HBAR, the portfolios that you've been building in your positions, at this point of the game where we are in crypto, you should have some that you're not trading at this point. Because, and it's okay to trade, but you got to have some that you just hold, because if it does go to $15, then you won. But I'm gonna end by saying this, and you guys don't even have to call me back to say anything else, because I want you to mark this down. Before I sold my XRP, I told you guys there will be an XRP ETF. Remember? It's coming. And when no one was talking about it, I told you last year, about 6 to 9 months ago, it's coming, right? What I'm going to tell you is this. When they launched the Donald Trump coin, somebody bought $1 million worth, right, Keenan?
Yep.
And then they turned it into 108 million, and they bought it the minute the coin was launched.
Right.
DGen 101. And I learned this from Josh and Kiwi Mo. If the owner holds more than 50%, that's a red flag. The owner of the coin, of the Donald Trump coin, owns 80% of the coin.
You're 100% right, Larry.
That's a huge no-no. It doesn't matter whose coin it is. That's a huge no-no. Right. So let me end by saying this. For those that are chasing XRP to $100, that's a fool's trip. Here's why. I'm not calling you a fool. I'm saying that's a fool's trip. Here's why. Just like I said, you're going to see some big red candles in the Trump coin. You're going to see some big red candles in XRP, because a whale don't need 100x, 1000x. A whale only needs 1x, because a whale can put in $5 million in the XRP and turn it into $10 million. He's out. The second he gets out, you're going to start seeing big, red, huge candles. And you're going to go, XRP is falling. And then you're going to start selling. And it's an avalanche. That's what happens, good people. So while you're believing the narrative that XRP is going to go to $100 this year, which it is not, it'll eventually get to $100 if things keep going, but not this year. Just think about this. Just with my small portfolio, it's a lot to some of you, and to some of you it's not. If I got 50K in the XRP, do you think I needed to get to 100? No. Some of the whales actually own some of the media that's telling you it's going to 100. So when you start chasing 100, they dump their bags and they're out because they don't believe the hype. I'm going to leave
Right.
it right there because I want you guys to be wealthy and not rich.
Larry, thank you for that. Everybody, this is a point in the video that's going to be huge and crucial. I told you. We doing a 50-50 split. We doing a 50-50 split with all of the money that we raised through the super chats for this live stream. Meaning, it's like me and you are married and we don't want to be married no more, family. I'm letting you get half of it. That's how generous I'm feeling today. So at the end of the day, what I want everybody to do is one of two things. You either put your Cash App, make sure you write it correctly. Put your Cash App inside of the comments. Put it in the chat. Put your Cash App in the chat. Make sure you write it accurately. I will not chase you down if this don't work out. Put your Cash App in there accurately. And if you don't have a Cash App, put your PayPal in there. Cash App or PayPal. Now, if you have neither of the two, just put some balloons or ribbons or something in the chat, family. Let's go. Put them Cash Apps in the chat, family. It is time to announce who is about to get the 50-50 split. Throw them Cash Apps in. Throw them in, throw them in, throw them in. Throw them in. I see it. If you already got it and you wrote it once, double your chances. Write it again. Put it back in there again.
I love it.
Now, let's see who is going to win. Who is going to win the 50-50 split? And just because I often say I'm the king of receipts. I'm going to show you how much money was generated on the live streams through the super chats. Everybody hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Let's get the like over 2,000. As soon as we get over 2,000, I'm going to announce it. We need 300 more likes. This is what I see in my background right here. The revenue is kind of hard for you to see. I'll see if I can zoom in at all. It's not really zooming in well. It's $642.62. Divide that by 2, and that is going to give us, and again, take a screenshot of that or whatever, zoom in, it is what it is. That is going to give us, some one lucky person is going to get $321.31. Let's see who it is. Let's see who it is. Let's see who it is. So I'm scrolling through. Let's see. We don't have the likes yet. We're almost there with the likes. We're at 1,800 likes. I'm scrolling. Send those Cash Apps in. Send them in. I see you. We are almost there. Oh, now the number just went up a little bit. We're at $645.62. Y'all still sending the Cash Apps. You can slow it down. The money is coming in. You can slow it down. We're at $655.61. Come on, slow it down. We're almost at 2,000 likes. Get the likes up. We are almost there. I see the Cash Apps rolling in. I'm scrolling through. Oh, we had 1,900 likes. Let's go. Family, this is 8 p.m. Let's get to that like number so we can get this out. Send that Cash App again. If you sent it once, send it again. We need about 70 more likes. We are so close.
Please let it be
close.
Somebody that need it.
Oh, man, I hope it's somebody that, you know what? I believe that it will be somebody that needs it. You are about to get blessed. Let's do it. Let's do the math. We need 40 more likes. Everybody hit the like. Check if you hit the like. Oh, here we go. Josh done sent $50. Here we go. It's at 712 now. At 712 now. 5 more likes. Let's see. $712. And again, I'll show you again so you can see the actual receipts. Up 722. So we're gonna stop it right there. We got the like, so we're at 722 and 59. Oh, there we go, y'all. Plus, all right, guys. All right. The love has poured in. It's at 733. We're gonna call it right there. 733, and we're gonna divide that by 2. 740. We're gonna round up. And we're going to divide that by 2 because I know the super chat is coming in. And we're going to choose the lucky winner right here to get 300.
Do it. 370.
$370 is going to be. You ready? Are you ready? The winner is Marvin Bruin. Marvin Bruin, congratulations,
Let's
Marvin
go,
Bruin.
Marvin.
We are about to send you.
Congratulations, Marvin.
We are
Let's
about to send you
go.
$370 in a Cash App. Marvin, this is what I want you to do. I'm going to try to send you it on Cash App. I got to make sure that I can find you, Marvin. Everybody put a 100 in the chat. Put a cheer in the chat for Marvin. I'm actually going to try to find you right now
Marvin.
before I even get off of this live. I'm going to try to find you right now on Cash App. Your Cash App is quite simple to write. MarvinB. I want to say that's an L. Marvin,
Yeah.
let's see if we can find you. Let's see if we can find you on Cash App, my guy. Let's see. I'm not necessarily seeing it. I'm looking through. I'm going to show you Marvin. Ooh, let's see. I'm looking for you, big dog. I'm looking for you. I'm not necessarily seeing you, family. It's not popping up. I'm looking through them all. You're not necessarily popping up, big dog. I'm not seeing you. So what we're going to do is I want you to email me. Go to my email. It is Keenan Gray. I'm going to put it in the chat.
You got the dollar sign in?
KGM. Take a look at this right here.
Did you put it?
Email me, big dog.
How did you put it in?
I put the dollar sign on it too.
You,
Marvin, we want to see you
got
get
the
paid.
Yeah.
We want to see you get paid. I show it again right here. Dollar sign. Marvin, I'm not seeing you, family.
A one or a capital I?
I'm not seeing you, family. We want to see you get paid. So email me, and then if you can, send me that QR code. Marvin, let's get you paid. 50-50 split. We love to see it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. The Stock Squad. We love giving back. We love loving on the family. If you want to be a part of this community, then go ahead and join the Stock Squad Discord. The link for that is in the top of the description. But I also want to encourage you to follow Mo. I want to encourage you to follow Larry. I want to encourage you to follow Josh. We'll see y'all in the next one. And again, remember, alone we could do so little, but together we could do so much. See y'all in the next one, and take care.